Wednesday, November 6th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Temperatures warmer out there across the region this morning than what we saw yesterday, and a little bit of water on the camera lens there up in Banner Elk this morning. The temperature at 44. You can see kind of a wet go of it up there in some mountain spots this morning, but dry across the Piedmont, and really it's going to be a great day overall. Our highs yesterday certainly pretty cool. 50s in many spots. You finally hit some 60s over toward the Sandhills, down into the Midlands of South Carolina, and eventually 70s right along the coast around Wilmington. Right now, no 30s, no 20s. It's all 40s at the coolest across the region this morning, and we will have a much milder afternoon today than what we've had the past few days. Now, in terms of the satellite and the radar, it is pretty quiet overall. And let me expand the view northwestward here. And here's all the precipitation with our incoming cold front. You have some snow flying in parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, the UP of Michigan. Big shield of rain. Parts of Michigan and down through the Midwest into the Ozarks and then all the way down into Texas. And that cold front is slowly working its way to the east. Now, out ahead of it, we're going to pull some of this warmer air up in our direction. These are 5 a.m. Eastern time temperatures. And that milder air on the move northeastward today, and we'll see upper 60s, even some low 70s for Piedmont highs today. But another surge of chilly air is coming. There it is behind the front. Very easy to pick up that front when you look at the temperature map this morning, and that front will slide through tomorrow. We're back to cool weather on Friday and into the weekend. So there comes the front. Notice, though, as it moves through, the rain kind of unimpressive. No real changes to our thinking here that the rain totals look to be rather insignificant with this front. The GFS model only printing out a few hundredths of an inch of rain, if that, across the Piedmont. You do get some better totals along the coast on most modeling. European model similar. But for the I-85 corridor, this simply is not going to be a significant rain event at all. Only a few brief showers moving through. Now, there's your temperatures across the lower 48. It is 9 degrees right now in Denver. And that chillier air is on the move behind this cold front. So a couple of relatively mild days today and tomorrow, but by Friday we're into the 50s for highs again, and there come the 30s for lows again by Saturday morning. And it's going to be a quiet and fairly chilly weekend. High pressure building directly overhead. As we go through Friday, it'll be full sunshine with 50s for highs. And a cold Saturday morning, probably upper 20s and lower 30s for a lot of our Piedmont lows Saturday morning. And temperatures staying rather cool right on into next week. And another reinforcing surge of some cooler air trying to nose in here. Nothing brutally cold about it, but at least some fairly cool temperatures for early next work week. Here's the upper air chart off the European today. That trough driving that cold front eastward. It will swing through tomorrow. And then as we go out into the longer range, just wanted to show you this. You had the European model yesterday with the 0Z run kind of carve out this big upper air low over the eastern part of the country. And I didn't get a chance to cut a video yesterday, but I had lined up the ensemble data, and I was going to lay out how I thought that was an unlikely scenario. And indeed, that scenario has kind of vanished as expected on the modeling today. There you go. The cold frontal passage tomorrow. Rather insignificant precipitation amounts around the Carolinas. And then, again, high pressure overhead through the weekend. As we go forward in time, looks pretty good overall for the weekend. Now, next week, GFS brings a 1040 millibar high pressure into the Great Lakes by Wednesday. The European not quite as aggressive with that, so I'm going to scale back on the extent of the cold air that's building down into the eastern part of the country that the GFS shows, and just kind of keep an eye on it. It might be overdone there, as the GFS sometimes does with cold air in the medium range. All right, that's it for today. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.